Sunday going crazy.
Took two to the brain. She said, don't wanna be with you, let's say my name. I just give another excuse, yeah, she don't wanna say. I just said the four little words on so she play my game. And she said that she love me, but she wants someone new. Want 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 someone new.
Baby girl, I know you wanna hit it on, no. I'm a playboy like Sinatra. See the evil eye every time we pull up. Talking about the fakes, but that's not us. You know you can call me Dundada. Baby, we gon' pull up to the opera. Baby girl, I know you wanna hit it on, no. I'm a playboy like Sinatra. Who that hopping out the Beamer? It's a party when I see ya. Fell in love with my demeanor, and she love the way I treat her. We gon' pour it by the leader. Everybody watching now, I'm blowing off the meter. All these people talking Frank Sinatra through the speakers. If they got a problem, cousin Tommy got a feature. So I'm popping off. Now I'm hearing talks about falling off. I could never. All these people that been dropping off, I could never. All that talking just to top it off, I could never. Got a bag, homie. Yeah.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's session. I am super energy deprived and exhausted right now. Just letting y'all know. But we gotta show up. We gotta still be here. I hit the snooze button this morning, just being completely transparent. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, little man woke up last night and he kind of peed his bed, all right? And usually when that happens, it is a mission to go back to bed. So, yeah, I'm like super, super exhausted right now. Low key, I should probably go eat some honey or something. But we are here. Yes, USD Chef was clean. Came to our zone from last week. Last Friday we were looking at this move. It actually ended up coming in today. So, this was clean. I'm looking to see if we can get some more add-ons potentially. This is what's going to be on my radar today, USD Chef. Man, gold really fooled me. It made sense to keep looking for shorts, honestly, but I just kind of got fooled by it, to be honest. It is what it is. But, still played out of our zone, right? We were looking at this particular 15-minute candle. I honestly, the short, I did play it, but I got hit out break even. And I failed to realize this yesterday. I ended up playing this long, which got hit out BE afterwards, But I failed to notice this. Right, that was really the play. Volume was showing me it too. I just kind of just didn't run with it there. So it is what it is. I don't know if any of y'all originally grabbed this from our 50-minute area that we had on Friday. That was clean. Even yesterday I was still wanting to see shorts overall. So the fuck? Hold on. I'll be back. Give me a second. There's a freaking ant on my desk. Okay. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so still wanted downside on gold. Is just, the way it kind of printed out kind of fooled me, to be honest. It is what it is. Things that I could have done better, maybe not break even so early. I should have just left my original stop play in this area, which would have been kind of hectic to hold it through all that, but, it made sense in my opinion. But yeah, so we'll see if we can get some more retracements. I think, our direction on gold is pretty valid now. We know where we're looking. We're now getting a potential new 4-hour low in the next 50 minutes here. So maybe, the market is nice to us for this New York and we get a retracement and we could play in here and continue sending this down, right? Inevitably, that's kind of the macro direction I want to go with on gold, right? I want to just keep shorting this thing. So that's what I'm going to be keeping my eyes on. I don't know if we're going to get that deep of a retracement or how it's going to play. That's always the challenging part for me because, the top is generally fairly easy to get in. But once you're playing the smaller retracements, that's where it gets a little bit more challenging because now you want to justify buys, getting up into the short area and all of that. And that's what I was trying to do yesterday. If I just stuck with the mentality of shorting, I I would have still been in this, maybe even attempted this during, evening session too, during Asian session, because that was clean. So it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, that was gold. So if you guys had our position from Friday, and if y'all are still in there, congrats to y'all. I don't have it. And then, yeah, USD Chef was also clean, came into our zone from that 30-minute time frame. So if y'all grab that, shout out to y'all. I would like to see if we can get more add-ons. That would be dope. Looking to see how this open is going to be. We do have news today as well at some time. Hold on, give me a second. CAD CPI is one of them, and then we have core retail news at 7:30. So let's see if this news event gives us any form of retracement, because then we could potentially add on, to continue taking this up. I do want USD Chef much higher. Getting us above these highs would be ideal. Right? And then, ideally, getting into that daily candle, I think is a very solid target. So maybe we could get one more add-on to throw this up. From a risk to reward perspective, depending on how y'all want to handle it. To me, that makes sense. If it wants to give us that. I wouldn't want to see this trade under the candle, because everything else is fairly filled and in balance, unless if it really runs this low and it gets down here to that secondary area, which I didn't really want us to come down this far. I don't think we're going to, because really looking at dollar as well, dollar looks like it wants to reverse. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we're most likely going to see bullishness. Our roadmap on Friday was to see if we were going to run the high and then distribute. But, obviously you could see how the tides kind of turned on that. So that's where I'm at with that. Hold on, my nephew was born last night too, so he's getting a bunch of pictures and shit sent right now. Whoa. Yeah, Kat's sister had her baby yesterday. Or not yesterday, but like 1 a.m. or something. All right, cool. So yeah, that's all I'm looking at. So we'll see if, we're going to get retracements on this stuff, but I really do think that, we got it. Right? We got you, Chef. Very solid. I don't know if we're going to get that retracement or not. We'll see. Very high chance that that's probably it, and it's going to just take off when the news hits. So we'll see what's popping. But that's basically where I'm at with everything. So shout out to the ones that are in Chef. Gold kind of did me dirty. If y'all didn't get done dirty and you guys are in there, shout out to y'all. And that's really all that I've been looking at for this week so far. I am keeping my eyes on oil. I still have a little bit of faith in this. We did end up kind of shorting off from here, but we closed above. So I'm liking this. I think oil's about to just rip. We can kind of even see the little accumulation it's doing as well. So oil, to me, also looks like it's good to go higher. Kind of did what I wanted it to do. So I want to see continuation up. And I think that's pretty valid to see it go higher. I was waiting for the hourly move. Now, is this it? That's kind of the question, or are we going to come lower? I think this was a very validated move on oil coming in here. Even looking at it from a volume standpoint, looks pretty solid too. So I'm liking that. So I think that oil is as well ready to kind of take off. I think it's in its, zone as well to just really go. Just want to make sure I'm in that. Oh, I am. Okay. So, that's what I see on oil as well. I want to see upside on this thing. And, USD CAD going lower is nice. It's been sloppy, right? It's been sloppy. And the reason for that, really, I think it's due to the strength that oil has and the strength that USD has. It hasn't really been giving the most prime entries. We had our area marked up in here, which was our daily. This is where we want to see a reaction. Now, the tippy top was a little it's market open. I don't know if anybody played that. I didn't. I was very skeptical on it, to be honest. I probably shouldn't have been so skeptical because it gave the volume divergence and everything I generally look for. I just wasn't my ideal play. And then yesterday, I was looking at this, wanting to see if this was going to come back up to the candle, but you can see London kind of just missed that area. And now we're kind of selling off. So going into the CPI, I think looking for shorts would be very much validated. Maybe we get something like this. I think that would be awesome if we do. I just don't know if it's going to actually give us that or if this is it. It's just kind of sell off. I just realized it's so quiet. Hold on. All right, that should be good. I always need something playing in the background. But yeah, so I don't know if CAD's going to give us this or it's just going to fall from here. I would like the retracement because ideally that would be like kind of like an internal liquidity created prior to the news here in about 13 minutes. So, this looks solid to me too. So, considering oil is giving us a reaction we want to see, just making sure the music isn't too loud for y'all. Yeah, so oil is giving us a reaction we want to see to continue trading higher. I think UCAD is going to do the same and trade lower. It's just, is it going to play out in here or is it going to give us a little run for our money a little bit, run these highs, and then go? Yeah, so personally, I do feel more comfortable with seeing it run higher, but it doesn't have to. So whatever. Even if I miss oil, I'm not really concerned because I'm in, slow down. Okay. If I miss UCAD, I ain't tripping because I'm in oil. That's what I wanted to say. God damn. You guys can tell I'm sleep deprived, huh? All right, so... So that's what I'm seeing, okay? So I want this to rip, right? It came into our zone that we've been looking at, that 4 hour. Yeah, bro, dead ass. I'm about to go in the kitchen and get some honey and dates because I need to wake my ass up. It came into our imbalance area. This is where we wanted oil, right? And then yesterday we were waiting for the close, and then we wanted to see a retracement to rally higher. So based off of the 1 hour, to me, this is a very valid accumulation because we came into this, trap candle. So yeah, that's what I want to see. So USD CAD, I am personally going to set, something based off of this. Like, I like this, but like I said, we don't have to get it. So we'll see, we'll see. I'm about to run into the kitchen real quick and come back because your boy needs to wake his ass up. Probably do some push-ups too real quick. So if anybody want to join me to do some push-ups, feel free. I'm about to do that right when I get my natural sugars in my body. All right, I'll be back. All right, I'm back. All right. Chef kind of swept that internal. Yeah, let's see if it comes back. I think it should. Everything in here is fairly healthy too, so I think we should just get an imbalance fill and it should go, in my opinion. So we'll see if it gives us that. Yeah, my eyes are on UCAD as well. Let's see if UCAD can engineer some liquidity here before the news, right? In the next 6 minutes, let's say if this candle closes like this, maybe we get a pop up for that CPI and it continues. That'll be dope. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, oil should ideally do its thing too. Chef, USD CAD. Have oil on this other screen. Okay, there you go. All right, here we go. Got 5 minutes. All right, let me take this time to give a quick shout out to all of y'all that are tuning in live with me. Appreciate y'all. Adnan, what's good? Mark, Caden, what's going on? You showing much love. Josh, what's good? Chris, Alex, what's poppin'? Aaron, what's good? Mason Wolf, Kevin Block, Maru, yes, Yushef was clean. Yeah. USD CAD is slow as it is, super slow as fuck. I feel that. Let's see if we get that. It'd be dope. Amanda, what's going on? Sending love and good vibes to you as well. Appreciate you. Alex, I saw that what you see on gold, but I wanted to see absorption, but never got it. Hesitated to take shorts again, but I took the mass off yet at 15. You took the mass yesterday off that 15. I don't understand. But that's the thing. You're not going to always get absorption, though. Absorption is one of the plays with volume divergence, right? But it can also just come in with lower volume and close as well, right? GJ shorts, honestly, not something I'm really interested in, to be real. The yen has been on the back burner for me. I think, yen is going to continue going lower right now. I don't really see the reason for it to stick anywhere. Maybe it comes down here, does something, but yeah, like yen, ever since it didn't break this daily area, I've been kind of on the fence with it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not really too concerned about yen right now. And also, really, if you just look at, I don't know, this daily kind of looks like it wants to maintain. So I don't know how I feel about shorting it. Trust your own analysis on that one. We were looking for shorts over here. Maybe it plays out, but yeah, I just don't like where it's at. So I'm not really I don't really want to trade that. It's just not giving me ideally what I want. All right, all eyes really on UCAD right now. Chef has already been solid for us. So that's we got something. Yeah, okay, now I'm awake. Getting that honey and a date in my system, I'm good. Oh. All right. Now we wait. If y'all are new to the channel, though, or even if you're a returning viewer, I would appreciate if y'all hit that like button for me. Especially if y'all are in UChef. Or even if you grab the goal position from Friday. Very, very solid ideas. Let's see. Let's see what gold does here as well once it runs above these highs, if it distributes. I'm going to do the best I can to pay attention to everything. It's obviously going to be challenging. Really, my eyes are on UCAD. I want to see if I can get this short. If we got this continuation on oil. Oh, maybe it gives us something like that if y'all aren't already in. Let's see what happens. I think it should be good, though. This hourly is looking good. All right. It's like T-minus like 30 seconds. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay, so as anticipated, CAD just looks like it was just like, all right, screw this, I'm out. I'm not waiting for nobody. UChef did test back. So I personally, my limit did activate. I'm in. Actually, wait, no, my broker finessed me. I am not in. Damn, saying that spread was too much. The filter didn't get me in. Damn, that's crazy. So I missed my entry. That's unfortunate. Well, if any of y'all got in that, shout out to y'all. Looks like Alex, you got filled. So dope. Yeah, this is kind of was anticipated for CAD. Let's see what happens, though, because, sometimes the news reaction is the first reaction, and there might be an opportunity for us to, see it run again. So we'll see. I'm going to set some alerts, mainly above the same news candle, because there is some imbalance in here as well. So let's see if it comes back for us. It might not. It might not, it is what it is, but we're going to set these alerts and see what's good. Also, I want to see what data came out. Yeah, we got lower CPI numbers as well. Oh, the median is lower. Okay, so it does look like Canadians are still buying a bunch of stuff. Okay. So that's cool. Man, UChef, bro. That was such a clean entry, dude. God, that triggers me, man. I literally saw it come into my box, and then it just didn't trigger. That is... Saying all of us got finessed. Did anybody not get finessed? Let's see. UCAD, I was looking at the 30-minute. Okay, Alex, you got in. Dope. Not in either. Damn. Josh, you got finessed. Spread missed me. Aaron, you got filled. Awesome. I caught the wick. Let's go. So some of us caught it. Some of us didn't. It's all good. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. But for the ones that are in, shout out to y'all, because this was a very, very clean entry. Only about a 10 pip risk in my opinion. Now what we would want to see on Chef is giving us a solid closure above this high. That would be ideal, right? So if you guys are in from the wick, like literally the wick itself, I wouldn't really want to see price come back prior to it closing above the high. So if this was me, and if I was in from the bottom of, because my limit was basically 50% of the imbalance. So if I was in from that area, I personally would have moved, because my entry was basically like this, right? This was the more safer entry to get in, the whole imbalance. But, I ran about the 50%. And if I got an entry like that, and once spread clears, which it should by now, it's been 3 minutes after the news, I would have personally moved to BE at this point, right? Because to me, it makes no sense for it to come all the way back, right? Because if it does, that means you're most likely wrong, or it's going to give us a better entry lower. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. Even if we did miss it, there's no worries because, even if this pushes higher, it gives us a higher close. It gives us that hourly break or a strong 4-hour closure. I think we could then play the reaccum when it comes back into this candle anyways. So, we could just wait. We'll just wait, okay? Oil, doing what I want it to do. I'm in there, so want to see this continue doing its thing. You already know what time it is. All right, so, at least I'm in oil. At least we got some. You know what I'm saying? At least we got some. Some of y'all grabbed chef. So, we gotta be grateful for what we get. We gotta be grateful for what we get, what we have. So I'm grateful. I would be more grateful if I had chef too. You know what I'm saying? And UCAD. But you know what the amazing thing about UCAD is? I'm still holding my percentage from up here. So I'm still in there. Wasn't able to get an add-on like how I wanted it to, but that's the question. Who's still holding this Friday entry that we had from up here, April 28th? Who's still holding that? Forgot what it was. What happened that day? There was some sort of news event for CAD. Yeah. From CAD GDP, who still has that entry? I'm curious. Does anybody here still have that entry? Yeah, I'm dead-ass HODL gang, bro. Trust the oil analysis way too much to let go of that. Nope. Not letting go of that. Damn, this burns a little bit, man. It burns when you have a sniper entry and you don't get filled. It's the worst. It's all good. We get this closure now, and it closes like this on a 4-hour in the next 22 minutes. Ideally, if it gives us any sort of reaccum, I'm in there like swimwear. I don't give a F. I'm in there. All right. Let's see what gold did. Gold didn't really, didn't really sweep the highs like I wanted us to see. So we'll see what happens over here. See what's popping. In UJ buys. Nice. Wait, Krishna, is that you saying you're in on the UCAT entry or you're in on Chef? Now let's break the highs in U Chef. Yep. If it breaks the highs, hopefully we get a retest for the ones that missed it. I would like that. You know, we got about 21 minutes. I'm going to actually go ahead and set a timer so I know when the candle closes. 21 minutes. Oil's kind of shaking it. Cat is doing good, though. Did give us that drop. This was solid. You know, it made sense for it to just drop, but it kind of did do a small little distro in here. I just figured it would run above the liquidity, but I usually don't like just entering right off and use because I don't want spread to come and just be like, yeet, take me out and then drop. So I'm not usually comfortable doing that. Yeah, if UChef comes all the way back to entry again, I don't know if I really feel comfortable taking that. Honestly, I'm not going to personally. There is a possibility it could come lower into the imbalance or whatever if it does do that, but like I said earlier, I would feel more inclined taking it if it actually closes above. So what did dollar do? Oh, interesting. Dollar actually might head lower. We have a absorption printing at the moment. Makes sense too if we really look at it here. So that might be what's trying to propel UChef lower. So we have this little mini distro that's playing at the moment. All right, so we had an upflux of buying right here, didn't go anywhere. Broke down. Here's our news candle. So let's see how this closes. This is very interesting. This could be the reason. I don't know why I just switched to that. This could be the reason why UChef is struggling here. Let's see. And it's all good, family. You miss the initial reaction, you can always play afterwards. That's the beauty in the market. It will always give you a re-entry. Just got to be patient. Patience pays. It truly does. What's going on the indices? My Friday position got ran out. It's very clean, though. Very interesting how far NASDAQ traded and like 30 and stuff like didn't break anything. It looks like they still want to go lower. All right, let's just be patient for the next 20 minutes or so, or 19 minutes, I should say. See how the candles close and all of that. And then we can justify what's good. Everything is kind of just chilling. Gold is coming back up, potentially sweeping those highs. See what it want to do. You know, if dollar lets loose lower, that could be a little bit scary for UChef. I personally have removed my limit. I'm not looking for that limit anymore because it made sense for the initial reaction, like I said. I don't really feel comfortable entering it again. Gold's really doing its thing as well here. We had a very interesting amount of selling. Well, let me kind of clear this. The short made sense from up here. And what's going on down here? See the 4 hour. 4 hour did not give us a lower close. The hourly didn't either. So maybe this could be the upswing on gold to run these highs again. This could be possible. Looking at this from a volume perspective at the lows, we have this candle and we have this one. You know, that could be our SC in the smaller time frame accumulation type of thought here. So this could bring gold higher. Let's see what happens. Which I'm cool with that. You know, if it wants to give us all the way up there, maybe it decides to stick in here. I would really need to see a distro if it were to stick in here. I'm not going to just pull. You know, so there's really two zones, in my opinion, that we could get to. Like, we could be even running above here as well. And then still doing that original play. So let's see. Does the news be really good for dollar? Because if sales go down, there's still less buying, or am I wrong? Sales are going, yeah. I don't really look at retail news like a fundamental thing like that. Like, I'm not saying the data is irrelevant, but you know, that does make sense though, where your head's going at. You know, if you see less sales, that is obviously less usage of dollar in a sense. Yeah, I don't know if that would really be bearish for the dollar, which it can be. You know, like looking at it from a technical standpoint, like I see the reasons why dollar wants to come down. You know, to give us that higher low to accumulate to go higher. Because this is where we originally looking, and then we broke this daily high. So to me, it's like originally, like I said, I wanted to see this, us running above that high and then dropping. We didn't get that. But yeah, this still, in my eyes, has reasoning to go higher. You know, it's just, is it going to do it now, or are we going to trade a bit lower? That's kind of the question I have. You know, it did absorb there, but that doesn't mean it has to, you know, it has to respect this either. Like, this could still be sell side, or sorry, buy side, you know, in an absorption. But the market could inevitably, this bullish candle could just mean there's a lot of buying coming in, and this could break above and continue going too. You know, at the end of the day, we're still playing at the low of the day with this candle here too, so just be cautious of that. Yeah, even on the smaller time frames, I don't really feel comfortable taking USHF right now. But this is good though. Like, see that sell volume we have? Like, that's seeing that is good in my opinion for buy side, because we have so much selling, but why aren't we moving? You know? I like that. You know, I like that, to be honest. It's just, I just want to see how this closes now. Because that looks clean on a 15-minute. Like, look how much selling we had compared to anywhere to the left. Like, that's the highest amount of selling since we saw from like May 10th. Right? So, in this area, really, in this range. So, that is showing signs of absorption right now. So, this could mean dollar could just go up as well. And that's the thing. Sometimes with volume, you really got to look at, I still look at both perspectives. I'll look at both sides. You know, I can justify the downside, but to me, the upside makes sense as well. So we'll see what's popping over there. Come on, oil. Just break out of the range for us. In my opinion, oil should break out of the range for today's New York session. By like the end of today. We are truly bullish on it. Ugh, excuse me. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe it does want to actually come much lower. I love gold. Them quarter levels be powerful. Yes, sir. Feel you on that. Yes, sir, Ski. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we did just hit like 2015. I guess the entry could have been justified off of there too, because it was only 10 pips. Let's see though. And in my opinion, this should trade up, and then we probably could even see a retest on this candle. Let's just see how this stuff closes. Because even on this 5-minute as well, you could see that 5-minute down candle has so much selling in it. You get a closure like that, and it could do something like that maybe. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, so I'm going to disregard this on dollar. Yeah, this could be our higher low. That's printing right now. Based off this 4-hour range, this makes sense too. We're failing to break from that buy side absorption. So that looks good, in my opinion. Excuse me. On that, could you please elaborate more on quarter levels? Not plugged into Iffy's classes, but I've heard both of you mention it more than once. So, you might not be tapped into Iffy stuff. I do have a recording in my favorite session where I do go over in the academy, where I do go over price levels and quarter levels. Mike Miles as well on his channel, he breaks that down a lot. But really, it's numerology and numbers theory, right? And that's really what quarter levels is. You know, we understand that this world that we live in, numbers are very relevant. So, you know, there's certain price levels where the market will hit and you will see reactions. For example, like down here, right? We have the 2,000 price level, right? Which you could look at as a whole number, right? Whole number of 2,000. And you can see here, like, look how many times we've, like, basically played off of this area. So it's like an added confluence. You wouldn't just take the trade just because it has that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, it's in 2,000, so I'm going to buy. You want to add it in with other things. But, yeah, it's like an added confluence, basically. Yeah, there are more videos in the academy where we break that stuff down. Shit is struggling so hard right now. Does make sense in my opinion. We'll see. When I see absorption like that on news candles, to me it's always makes sense to trade higher, especially on the sell side. What do you think about UCAD retracement 1347? That's what I wanted to see as well originally. That's what I wanted to see originally, bro, but I just don't know if we're going to get it, you know? It kind of just let loose for the news, so it could just continue falling off a cliff here. You know, so I would love it to. You know, I'll be in there if it does. I just don't think we're gonna get it, to be honest. Like, the momentum after the news is just, you know, free falling. Yeah, I want oil to take off right now. Like, I miss UCAD, but I'm in oil. So if oil just gives us a nice rocket, I don't even care about UCAD. Because I'm in from UCAD at the top anyway, so I'm not really too inclined to be like, oh, yeah, you know, I want that to go too. Which, ideally I want both of them to go, but, you know, if this rocket takes off here, you know, and this keeps doing this dookie diarrhea, I'm cool with that. Cool with that. And UCHEF with that absorption is really enticing right now, no lie. I'm about to get into the new hour. I don't know, I just have a particular feeling about this idea. Do 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 do. The one thing that's throwing me off about you, Chef, is dollar right now. So just be cautious of that. That's why we're waiting for those particular confirmations. Because, yeah, like this 30-minute candle absorption could still be valid, you know. While we were looking at it, it was printing higher. But if it ends up just closing lower, then that's GG's, right? So something to pay attention to there. Because, like, looking for the buy side, you know, there really isn't too much other than the fact that, okay, it's like, you know, 70% range of this last 4 hour, right? Like, we're anticipating longs, you know what I mean? But, like, confirmation-wise on seeing why it wants to go up, there really isn't too much right now. You know, other than maybe there's a smaller time frame accumulation here. And this touchdown, which it does look like there's higher sell volume overall in these smaller time frames. But, like, you know, it's a shaky... It's shakier on the buy side more than the sell side. You know what I mean? Because I see an absorption on a 30-minute here compared to what we're seeing on, like, the 5-minute, you know? When I'm spotting volume and stuff, I do like seeing the higher time frames, you know? Seeing the higher time frames is more ideal than seeing the smaller. But, you know, still feel very good about UCHEF. Now, I think this 5-minute candle is going to hold. We'll see here in the next little bit. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we don't get what we want, then that's fine. Come on, oil. Break up for us. Bust up. Bust up. Bless you, bro. Yeah, appreciate you, Alex. Thank you. Okay, I hear you. What's the title of the favorite session on your channel? I can go look at it, please. I got you. So, for anybody that might not know, I'm assuming you guys do, but I am on Go Live 3 times a week. That is where my personal course is. That's also where the Trade House course is. As y'all can see here, I have multiple favorited sessions where I dive deep into every single concept we talk about here on YouTube. From what are the basics of Forex to market structure, liquidity. This is the video right here. Wanjiku. Right? I know that's you, Shikru, so, same person. But, this video dives deep into price levels. And there's really everything on here. I go into fundamental analysis, multi-time frame structure. There we go. There's our 8 o'clock. Multi-time frame structure, interrange liquidity, institutional order flow, Wyckoff, counter trends. We really dive in everything. Smaller time frames, Fibonacci, Wyckoff part 2. The whole dollar bias of it selling off from the 28th. I was given to y'all live back in September. So everything is recorded and documented here. And, there's multiple stuff that you guys can look at. Everything volume-wise. I have lessons on volume. I give you guys my exact entry model. It's all there. A lot of sauce. There you go, oil. Thank you. Was anybody able to grab the lower position off the 4-hour market open? I honestly wasn't paying attention to that. That would have been the ideal move. Who's still holding the original position down here? That's the other question, too. Who's still holding the 30-minute position from, down here? Whoop. This entry right here. Who's holding that? That's the question. Because that was a banger, right? We wanted to see closure above, boom, and then that was clean. So that was one position. Secondary was playing the 4-hour. So now let's see if we get the 1-hour. I wish UCAD gave us a re-entry, but it's okay. Okay, so now that we got those particular candle closes, let's see what's happening here. So it does look like UCHEF wants to give us the absorption to the downside here. Looking at dollar as well, right? Like I said, higher time frame volume is what I like to see. Not saying the smaller time frame can't play. But this is a little bit scary for trying to short UCHEF. Right? And gold is still... Oh, gold's actually selling off from that area too. So, let's see what happens here. I think Chef still has its reasoning to go higher. Dollar is kind of messing around. We're going to find out about that. And gold is reacting off of that area we had as well, that imbalance. So... see what's popping here. If it continues going lower, could be looking at that 5-minute. Because this initial move really didn't break anything. Still leaving a lot of wickage down here to target. So, I'm more inclined on seeing shorts than longs overall. All right, so that's that. All right, let's take a look at the chat. Might hop off here in a bit because really everything we were looking at played out anyway, so we're kind of just chilling here watching. I don't really have anything for indices right now, so I'm probably not going to touch them, to be honest. We had our shorts from last Friday. Those played out nice to our zone to then long. So, I don't really have anything. I would like to continue to long NASDAQ because I am bullish on tech stocks. So let's see where it comes down to. Excuse me. So we'll see how this does this thing too. I really need to see a strong acumen here for me to play this though. But yeah, would like to see bullishness on tech stocks. For the ones that are, locked in with us here in the trade house, you guys already know. We've been looking for longs on Microsoft from down here. That's where I'm holding my shares from personally. Around like the 240 range. Uber's been doing lit. Uber's been doing lit off our zone too at $30. Still holding Activision. I'm open to seeing Activision come lower. We'll see. What else am I holding? Microsoft, Uber, Activision. Oh, the only other thing I really have is Coinbase. But, that's doing its thing too. So shout out to the ones that are holding all that. But yeah, I'm bullish on tech, the tech sector. So we'll see if we get more longs. That would be more ideal. I played the shorts on Friday. I really should have just played the longs, but I was trying to look for the longs on Friday. I just didn't really get my setup, though. Didn't give me my ideal entry tactic, so I didn't get in. It gave it on market open, but I wasn't paying attention during then. Yeah, this was clean. So let's see what it does for the open. Curious to see what happens. Chef is very much struggling. Oil kind of looks like it's struggling too. Well, if I get hit out break even again, it's no issue. I'm personally in from the wick. So once this played, I set a limit last night, so I'm in from the wick. So if it hits me out, whatever. I can justify the short. It did technically close below this. So it makes sense. Also feel like this is where it could reaccumulate. So either way, we're even if we don't have oil or we don't have CAD, some people might not have the exact entry on CAD. We're still hedging on both sides, essentially. Yeah, my position management's been getting better, so I don't even know how much volume I'm still holding off of this entry. I think it's about 30% or 40% of my entry on one account. The other account, I think I took out majority of it. Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, one account I still have 40% running. On the other ones, I have like 10%. We're still in there, though. I still want to see USD CAD freaking wipe these lows out. And this is looking very nice for that so far. Like, look at that daily close or that daily candle right now. Oh, shit, Harry. What's good, bro? Hello, sir. Good evening. Or top of the morning, sir. Top of the morning. Hope oil hops off. Yeah, I hope so, too. Let's see what happens. And then, are you still in UCAD, or did you let go of those? Just in case if oil doesn't play. which I don't think it's not going to. I think it should, especially if CAD's continuing to do its thing. I think this hourly accumulation it's doing right now should be very much valid. You know, I like this candle right here. I like how that absorbed a lot, so we'll see. Out of CAD. All good. Hopefully oil plays out for us. Thoughts on CAD Chef. So those are my last thoughts. You know, the last time I was looking at CAD Chef, we were looking at longs down here. And then it ran below that. We were looking at this yesterday on Go Live as well. You know, overall it made sense to look for longs. Now, I don't know when our next entry is going to be, if that's what you're asking me, but I would ideally assume if we can get a new high here, seeing something like that would be ideal, right? So maybe the bullishness we get on CAD today could bring this up, closing above this, and then, maybe we play back in here, unless if you're already in. I wasn't up for that entry, let alone I wasn't really looking at it. It made sense why I did it, and then you can see the CAD news just kind of pushed it up higher. So, yeah, I like CAD Chef up. I think CAD Chef up makes sense. CAD Chef, coming above this makes sense to me. I don't know if we're going to get that high. There's that as a target, and then also this imbalance and gap in here. So those are the areas I would look for to target CAD Chef. And depending on how bullish CAD is, if we see a new swing high on oil, right, which is what I'm playing, I want to see oil create a new high. Ideally, even if oil can get into the 95s or the 100s, is where I would like to see it on a longer term. I think we can get that this year. Once again, seasonality, supply and demand. We've talked about this a billion times on a billion different streams. That's the reason why I'm bullish on oil. So I would like to see it give us that. My goal, even with this bottom entry here on oil, I don't even want to partial this until I get up into the highest area over here. That's what I want to do. I don't even want to touch it. I want to partial it until it gets up there when we were last shorting this back in April. So that's where my head's at. Once again, just looking at crude oil inventories and how oil plays out this time of year, we're fairly bullish. Supply and demand factor, this, that, and the third. There's a lot of reasoning for that overall. Yeah. Yeah, to me, if you guys are looking for certain targets, that could be TP1, ideally that, you could do TP2, TP3, something like that. What I'm going to do personally, once the market gives me a new high here, I'm only going to take 30 off. That's all I'm going to partial. And then the rest of it, just because I want to partial 30%, so that pays me essentially the risk that I put on this trade, I'll break even. And then that other 30%, I'll use that to add on so that I can keep stacking the buy positions if it gives me what I want. So, for example, let's say if it pushes up, it gives us a closure above here, because then I paid that 30%. I can then add on that 30% on a re-entry and then essentially just keep doing that. So that way I'm stacking multiple longs on the way up and then, holding 70% of each and then letting go of majority of that 70%. Let's say 40% of that volume up here. And then you can keep holding it and then you leave 20%, 10% for the higher areas. That's kind of how I'm going to position manage it personally. That's kind of the thought there. But sometimes you don't get all those add-ons, Like, luckily I set a limit here off this hourly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be in this right now. You know what I mean? Maybe we get this next re-entry. That could play out. But sometimes you don't always get those re-entries too, based off timing and all that. So, Yeah, bro. You know, seeing Jordan hold these certain positions and stuff. You know, overall, there's reasoning for it. The other thing too, it's like, you know, why am I still holding UCAT? Is because of the conviction that I have with oil and everything. That's why I'm still holding my position from up there from April 28th. You know, it's been like 18 days almost of me holding that trade. And it's like, I see it. It makes sense. You know, I don't see why it shouldn't sell off. You know what I mean? You know, we have seasonality. We have the distribution thought, right? The volume thought, the dollar thought. Well, dollar short term. You know, maybe this sell off on dollars what brings CAD lower too. But then, you know, main thing is oil, right? Oil is the main reason why I'm even holding this short up here. Right? I could care less what dollar does, because I think if oil does insane amount of movement and dollar still goes lower, I don't even think that matters for USD CAD. It's still going to shit. Right? Like, look at what it did so far. You know what I mean? Like, we market open and look how much it sold off. Whereas dollar, you know, really hasn't even sold off that crazy. You know what I mean? So it looked like dollar is still respecting that, which is awesome for our UChef thoughts. I don't know if any of y'all got in off of that 5 minute. I'm in there. I know we drew the line up in here. I just had such a strong conviction with the absorption, so I ended up pulling. So that's that. So let's see if this holds. But yeah, family, I'm going to hop off here, though. I need to use the restroom and stuff. And I'm probably just going to be watching indices. I don't really have a direction for these. Like I was saying earlier, you know, I would like NASDAQ to continue higher. We'll see. But y'all already know, you know, if you guys are active members within the Academy, make sure to tap into Zach. He's literally live right now, probably diving into all these things as we're speaking. You know, he's going to be getting into this stuff. You know, if you guys are new or a returning viewer on this channel, please hit that like button for me. I would much, much, much appreciate that. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. There's a lot more content that's going to be continuously coming on here. I'm going to continue streaming for y'all. And if you guys want access, like I said, to that course that I have, you know, make sure you guys are tapped into the Academy itself. Every single concept that I speak about on this YouTube stream is in an in-depth video on this. And, you know, some of this active students, you know, that are here live with me right now, feel free to share your experiences on the channel, you know, on this stream right now, if you guys can, how much they provided you breakthroughs and whatnot, because this is where really all the sauce is on the Academy, right? You guys are getting analysis here. That's fine on YouTube, but you know, where you're actually going to be learning is from the Academy, which I personally learned from as well. So, you know, shout out to y'all that followed the ideas with UChef. You know, we're busting on God right now. So we're blessed. But as y'all know, and gold is shitting too. So if you guys follow that idea. So shout out to y'all for the ones that took action. But yeah, like I said, you know, live 3 times a week on Go Live, where I dive deep into all this stuff, where you guys, you know, on YouTube, you get the positions with me. That's cool. But on Go Live is where you actually learn the concepts, right? Alongside myself, Jordan, Zach, Rock, Mike Miles, Mike Nav, right? A lot of different educators on the platform. So love and appreciate y'all. Thank you for hopping on the stream. As you guys know, I will be on Go Live next tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. And if you guys do want to get tapped into Go Live into the Academy, feel free to hit me on my Instagram below. Besides that, I'll see you guys on YouTube on Thursday. Stay blessed. Stay safe out there. Don't blow your accounts. Follow proper risk management. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace, family.